Hello and welcome to ET1's first video training. If you're familiar with guitar pedals, ET1 is going to make a lot of sense because guitar pedal is very simple to use. In most cases, you never have to research how a guitar pedal works. You have your inputs and outputs. Whether or not you know which one is which, you're able to plug and figure it out. These knobs, often self-explanatory, but if not, you're able to turn the knobs and figure it out on your own. But I don't want to waste your time on guitar pedals. Let's jump into the software. My name is Tyler Garrett. My first name is Tyler. My last name, Garrett. Inside of ET1, you're able to create manual tables. Yes, you can import CSVs, JSONs, GitHub CSVs, and more coming in the future. However, my name is Tyler Garrett. This will help us talk a little bit about extracting, transforming, and loading inside of this software. If you can follow along, I think you'll be able to learn this really quickly. This particular button is visible whenever you highlight. I can drag it and drop it to create a node menu. Now I'm going to use Union and then double click this grid. Union's nice because it enables people to stack data, and without actually attaching it to two tables, it lets me just create a table on the fly. So I can easily create multiple tables right here. And let's do one more union. Now let's say we're running out a little bit of space here. So what we'll do is we'll collapse this particular one. We already know what it's doing, right? And just in case you don't, there it is. We'll move it by dragging and dropping on the title, and then clicking this button will collapse. Now we'll take this output and drag it to our union. For those of you that don't know about union or union all, it enables you to stack data with similar headers. Now in our previous two nodes, we have two different tables with Tyler Garrett. Both of them have headers, one with the first and a last column. We're able to stack those here. Now let's click the settings. Union and union all, really popular in SQL. And in this area, you're enabled to remove duplicates or simply stack your data. We'll collapse this and continue building. Now what I want to do is show you the column renamer. Let's say my boss calls me and says, hey, can we put first name? Because we already have a column that says first. And we already have a column that says last. So they simply asked that I change and update the column headers. No brainer. Send that right back to my boss. But how am I going to send it to them? They asked for CSV. Excellent. I can make a CSV. And I click this button to export. Boom. Now I want to open just to verify that everyone's going to be really happy with my work. So far, so good. Now I just got an email and they said that they don't need a CSV because they're sending this to someone else, and someone else is technical. So I already know what that means. JSON file incoming. I'm going to export it as JSON, but let me make sure it looks nice. It opened a text file. I already know that's professional. Ready to rock. JSON file. Whew. That's the noise of me sending it to my boss. And in case you're wondering, Tyler Garrett here. The point of this exercise is to show you that my first and last name is coming out of my box here. But let's get back into the tool. You already know what I look like. Another email, they told me that the renaming of columns was not sufficient. They're uploading it to some system. I couldn't understand half of the email, so they just said, go ahead and put some underscores. Very good. Now let's zoom out a tiny bit look, we have a ranking tool, and it's actually cached with the previous workload. Nice thing about this tool is if you accidentally delete something, it remains the cached data there. And that can be beneficial because, hey, what was there? Now we're going to connect our output into this older tool that came from a different workload. And now we're ranking me. Now let's zoom in again to our manual table over here. Boss says we hired on and somebody new. We're going to put them as Ash, Sam. Ash and Sam have joined the workflow. The boss says, hey, why are all the duplicates there? Ah, sorry, boss. I was trying to train somebody. Now, I could simply delete this here in order to remove the stacking of our data. That's one way we could do it. But I could also just click this button here. And I could very well get rid of all this here and just attach. All right. Very exciting to show you a little bit about ET1. I've been working in the ETL industry for 13 plus years. I've used a lot of different software. I started with SAP Bob J. Data services, really exciting tool, but pretty difficult. Then over to Alteryx, then NIME. And also within the time I've been in consulting, I've touched SSIS, Informatica, Talend, and other ETL software. Really what I'm trying to build here is something that I feel is different.